Hello friends, and welcome back to another review here on my channel. This one is a little bit different. It's not, I suppose you could call it an RPG, but kind of not. It's more action adventure-y than it is RPG. I suppose you could say it probably fits the Legend of Zelda style RPG mold. And that is Kena, Bridge of Spirits. So, full disclosure before I start, this game code was gifted to me by Renaissance PR. Very thankful for that gifted code. I did play this game before it released on the Xbox 360. I've not played the Xbox 360. Xbox Series X. Not Xbox 360. I did play this game on the Xbox Series X before it launched. I had seen it played on the PlayStation previously by a friend. But yeah, Kena Bridge of Spirits, I have to say, very much enjoyed playing it. It had quite an equal level of sort of needing a bit of skill and thinking. And then obviously like trying to figure out weaknesses for enemies and stuff like that. The story was really cool. So it starts off with the main character Kena coming into like going to a village that is overtaken by is it called the Rot? I know the little things with the Rot. I can't remember. But yeah, like the whole village is sort of infested. You see like these two little kids running around and you chase after them, and then it turns out that like all of the villagers are all dead and that they're as spirits, and you're kind of helping them to come to terms with their various levels of grief and pass on, which was really thought-provoking way of like portraying a story, because it's not often that we get games where they talk to us in a way that it's like, yeah, this person's dealing with this grief and they're dealing with it in this particular fashion, and like the main character's sort of there to help them see that maybe it's not as bad, and just to sort of help them pass on and get that sort of closure, which, like, as I said, like, for a lot of games, you don't really get that sort of level of feeling to them as much, especially not nowadays. Like, so yeah, I thought that was really cool. The story, as I said, I really can't praise it enough. It was, like, I thought the story was fantastic. The combat was somewhat limited. You do get various different attacks and stuff as you go on through the game and start learning like different techniques and stuff that you can do, and sort of build on that as you go on through the game. And then when you come back to do it for like the master mode achievement, you kind of then sort of start utilizing those various different abilities and stuff to their fullest advantage, basically. But yeah, and then the music was fantastic. Absolutely, just, it's such a lot of it is like a chill vibe for the music. It kind of like, you really get the feeling that it's like, yeah, it's just such a chill game. It really brings about the feeling of like the grief for the characters and stuff like that, and the sadness, and it was just such a joy to play. And the fact that it wasn't very long either. Like, you're looking at maybe 15 hours to play through the game. So it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's really builds on like the characters' abilities and stuff throughout the game. There's a nice good deal of progression to it. There's lots of different collectibles to get along the way, various different masks that you can get for your little rock characters, which are so cute. And then there's like the spirit mail as well, where you kind of get a glimpse into the village's sort of past and all that, and like it just all neatly wraps it into a good bow. And yeah, like I honestly enjoyed the game so much. It was really like, it's been one of my favorite games to play this year. It's a shame that it took so long for it to come out on Xbox, and obviously took me so long to play it. I think had it been a multi-platform release sort of day one, then I'd have probably picked it up on Xbox as well, but that is unfortunately what happens sometimes with games. But yeah, I'm glad that I did actually now play it. It's just a fantastic game, and I thoroughly recommend it. Especially if you're into the sort of that sort of Legend of Zelda sort of vibe. There's some puzzles in there that you have to figure out, and like you get a real feel of like, okay, this area is like a dungeon, and you need to do these various different levels of things to progress. There's just a good deal of like, you feel really good about progressing in various different areas and stuff. But yeah, as always, I did 100% the game, so we're now going to talk about the achievements. So I don't have the game downloaded anymore. I did finish it and got rid of it for space. So we're going to use this screen instead. So we're going to go down to the bottom, and we're going to talk about all the achievements. So the hero rot is the main rot that you get at the start of the game. He's just a smaller version of like the other rot that you find. He's kind of like your Navi, as it is. He will point bits and pieces out. Discover the village. That's just like the main story village. You eventually find it. Shield sticks without breaking his shield. So the shield sticks is an enemy. I obviously, like, you just have to kill one without breaking his shield. So it's like dodging around the back of him and fighting him that way. I believe you could probably do it with the bow as well once you unlock the bow a bit later on, but yeah. Restore a Jizo statue, that's one of the collectibles in the game. Or was it? Yeah, I'm sure it was. So there's like little Jizo statues like all around the place, and restoring one of them, getting rid of the rot, is one of the things to do. Discover the forest. The forest is the first area that you go to after the village, and then you learn all about the story that goes on there. The bow ability, you get the bow. Taro is the main grief character for the area. He's sort of like the first boss that you fight. So the idea is to find various different relics for the character to open up the boss area. So very much like a Legend of Zelda sort of thing, where you would have to find keys to open up the boss area and stuff like that. This is that version. So you find 3 different relics. So we've got a knife, food offering, and a lantern. Once you get those 3 relics, you can then go fight the boss. During that boss fight, I used 5 rot actions. Rot actions, you can do various different bits and pieces, like you can get them to stun the enemy and stuff like that. They do help quite a bit with the combat. So defeated corrupted Taro. Taro is the first boss. Learn the bomb abilities. So it's basically, you know, the sort of whole, to progress to the next area, you need the bow, you need the bomb. Like, it's, as I said, it's very Legend of Zelda coded. And then the farm is the second area. area, use your words, Adira is the main enemy for this area. So you need the Ox Relic, the Hammer Relic, and then the Heart Relic. Hit 3 crit spots in 3 seconds. In this area, obviously there are various different enemies and stuff that you can hit crit spots on. They are obviously, like, some of them are quite difficult to hit 3 crit spots in 3 seconds. There are enemies that are like a bomb creature, the kind of like tickers from Gears of War or something like that, where they've got like a big red ball where it's like, oh yeah, that's a crit spot, and there'll be several of them that will come and attack you all at once, and you can just use your bow and then get rid of them, which is easy enough. Corrupted Woodsmith is Adira, that's obviously the boss. And then you've got the dash ability. The dash ability is like really good for attacking. You can dash in an attack. And then obviously it's really good for like dodging and stuff later on. It's very useful for a master difficulty playthrough. Hit 3 enemies with a single multi-shot. So as you progress through the game, you get sort of like an... It's kind of like an experience points system where you earn so many of them by doing, by fighting enemies and stuff like that. Doing certain actions, you'll get like 5 or 10 points, and you can put them towards unlocking skills. I eventually got the multi-shot. Toshi's Incense Relic. So this is like the final area. You try to go up like this mountainside to go and fight this final boss, and he's like, no, you can't do that, and then like various different areas open up throughout the map. So we've got the incense. Hit 3 enemies with a single rot infused arrow. The rot arrows are very useful, and then obviously I hit 3 of them with 1 there, and they kind of pierce through from what I can remember. Toshi's relic, so that's the second relic for Toshi. Defeat a moth enemy with a bomb. I think by this point I'd stopped progressing through the story and went off and like got all of the collectibles that I could, and like I'd found a moth and just like defeated it with a bomb, and then destroy a mage with its own bomb. So the mages are one of the enemies in the games that are slightly more powerful. They're sort of like a sub boss. And they will fire out a big bomb type thing. It's like a big energy ball. And you can deflect that back at them with like the defense deflect thing that Kana has. And yeah, it's just defeating one with its own bomb. It's kind of like, again, the sort of thing that you do with Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time, where you have to deflect his attacks back at him to damage him. Delivered all the spirit mail. There's various different spirit mails around the map. Collect all the rot hats. Now there are DLC hats in the game for the Xbox straight away. I'm not sure whether the fact that I got 1 or 2 of them counted towards having all of the hats. I know it unlocked before I'd unlocked all of the hats, but I'm not entirely sure which ones are DLC and which ones aren't, basically. Opened all the cursed chests. The cursed chests are you get a small sort of challenge to do, so it might be defeat 5 enemies without getting hit or something like that, and then you'll get whatever the contents of the chest was. 3 enemies with a single dash attack. Dash attack's really good. Single parry. That was quite difficult to do. Got there in the end. Defeat an enemy by shooting a bomb out of the air. Also difficult. Then after I basically got all the collectibles and stuff, I went and got the last relic. Found all the rot. Meditated at all the meditation spots. Meditation spots increase your health. all the Jizo statues, and then defeated Corruptoshi, which is the second to last boss. And then we went up to the mountain shrine and defeated the corrupted rock god. Now, I didn't have all of the ability upgrades once I'd finished the game. There is a New Game Plus. You can go and play New Game Plus and unlock all the ability upgrades. You can play New Game Plus in any difficulty that you want. You can swap it to master difficulty if you want to, which is obviously what I did. Capture a picture in photo mode. I don't remember it telling me how to access photo mode when I was playing. It might have done. I might have completely missed it or just been like, yeah, photo mode, whatever. I did look up how to access photo mode, and then beat the game on master difficulty. Now, when I did this, there was a glitch to be able to get the master difficulty level done. It was some sort of jiggery pokery that you could do with getting right to the end of the game, defeating the boss on like casual, and then reloading the game on the master save that you had, and it would trick the game into thinking that you finished it on master difficulty, which is what I did. I mean, I don't have time to spend doing master difficulty all day. Bit of a cop out, but what are you gonna do? I did finish the game on normal. I started playing it on master difficulty and was just like, yeah, this is difficult. So, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that was a review for Kena Bridge of Spirits. Fun game, great game. Very much recommend if you like Legend of Zelda. And yeah, again, thank you to Renaissance PR for the gifted code. Don't forget, as always, to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.